Hello ladies and gents, welcome to the first look of the new Opel Astra Elegance. So we did review the Sport package in Belgrade, and this one we're going to focus on the lower packages that are also not too shabby, looking nice. So this is a little bit different, and we have a beautiful blue metallic color. So let's check the difference. If we come closer, you can see these are the standard base LED headlights. These are just LED projectors, and you have the daytime running lights on the top that turn into turn signals. These are same. Now, checking through the grille, you have some piano black plastic on the top, and in this one you have chrome accents. On the Sport package, that'll be all blacked out. Have closed sides, and you have fog lights on the bottom. You can see parking sensors, air intake on the bottom, and on the top you can see radar for emergency braking or cruise distance if you select that option. But I can see the lane assist camera, so I think it should be option. Now it looks very stylish and has a unique signature on the road. You can see the diamond cut alloys. I'm gonna check those later. Now checking the front, you can see this one doesn't have the heads-up display. You can see two speakers on the top of the dash. You can see lane assist, rain and light sensor there. And we have metallic black side contrast mirrors that do look sporty, although this is the Elegance package. You can see the turn signal in the mirror. And then we have a little chrome at the bottom to give it a little bit of elegance. Tinted windows on the rear. You can press here to lock or unlock with a keyless fob. You can open here. There's a physical key cylinder behind that in case your 12 battery dies, for example. There's a blind spot warning there for the driver, so a lot of options are standard these days. You have the shark fin. You can see in the Sport package if you get a black roof. In this one it's not the case. And checking the alloys here, so diamond cut, silver on black. This is very elegant, like the package name says. 225/45 R17, so these are 17-inch. Moving to the rear, I gotta say I love the blue color more than the gold. Now, at first, I really wasn't a huge fan of the Astra. To be honest, it was a little bit squarish for me personally, but I think it's growing on me. Now you can see the difference. You have the silver chrome and the black diffuser on the bottom, same as the Sport package, and you get Astra and the badge in silver. You have the still same reflectors and still the same LED taillights and turn signals. You also have the stop light in this spoiler that's kind of integrated into the body. Pre-press the badge, open it up. Now I'm gonna try backing up. There's some room here. So you can see the whole car in the frame. And voila. So it's fairly spacious, has enough room for a hatch. Now on the top, this is manual closing. You have on both ends. This is plain. There's rubber stoppers here. You can remove the top shelf if you want to. You can put maybe a longer umbrella, but it'll probably go down towards the seats. Now inside on the left side, we have white LED light. We have a grocery hook on both ends, and the rest is pretty plain. I don't see a 12-volt outlet. Seats knock down 60/40. You can open the opening for the skis from the inside, and you can see those tether points inside as well. Have tether points on all four sides in the corners. There's like a finger of floating height, but it's almost flat. Now you could take this up, but it is a little bit limiting. We managed to grab it. You can see that it's kind of in the way. They didn't thought of that in Opel. And you would then get I would say 5, maybe 7 fingers, 6, 7, maybe 8 stops fingers of height. And if you open this, there's no spare tires. You get a patching kit like in most cars these days. Close it up. Then on the bottom you have the fog light and you have the backup camera with washer nozzle and white LED license plates illumination. If we back up here, you can see that. Again, very stylish and elegant. You see here the fuel cap, recommended fuel. So, not sure if this is, I haven't read to be honest, either diesel or petrol. So, you can hang that there when you're refueling so you wouldn't damage your clear coat. So when you lock the car, this locks. And let's go to the other side. So let's hear the opening and closing sound. Very solid, German made. Good closing sound we're used to in Opel. And back doors open okay, so you can put a child seat. Let's check the seals. So that is double sealing. And you can put a key here, turn it, and then you would lock from the inside for the kids. Now this is a shared platform with the 308 from Peugeot. So the doors are almost the same design. I think it's identical, but hard plastic on the rear. I like this. It's like plasticky feeling, but I would say it feels like it's rubberized, but it looks like a white one in the Tesla. And then you have this softly padded gray with white stitches, and then this is black, also some kind of white or silver contrast stitching. Very elegant looking. Speaker on the bottom, maybe small bottle area. And checking inside here, so if you press here, you could take this down. The seatbelt is in the way. You can see how that looks. Push this up. And checking the seats, cloth on the side, contrast stitching, and then we have some, so this is like cloth, but it's one of those that has recycled plastic inside. This is Alcantara stripe there, and I like the combo. It looks nice with the exterior. Let's hop inside. Now, I wasn't sitting in the front, so I can't say that I have adjusted the front seat, but I would say I think this is in lower position. There's plenty of feet room, and my knees could fit. So I think, although, yeah, this is backed up, and have in mind the car probably has a easy entry, but still, I think if a shorter person was sitting in the front, I would have more knee room. Now over here, you can see air vents. You can control those, air blow direction, USB-C for fast charging. I know the frame that it's illuminated looks like an A, but it's a C. Little cubby there. Transmission tunnel isn't too tall, but it's a little bit wider. This is softly padded. The seats are nicely profiled, and you have the big headrest that you can adjust. Have long windows. Fairly good overview on the rear. It's a little bit short window, but it's okay. And over here you have slowly closing handles on all four sides, and you have those LED lights on the top. Now they kind of try to make some room here, more on the front there. Let's see this one. So this is definitely something we saw in Peugeot, but it's okay. You have adjustable cup holders. This is rubberized, this is plasticky, and then this is all nicely padded. Over here you can press and then open if you need to put a longer object. Now let's hear the closing sound. I left the doors on purposely open because there's no AC. Once more. Very solid closing sound, and back headspace for a 2 meter tall person is just not enough, but for an average person should be okay. A 2 meter tall person or 6.6. Now I can straighten my back, but the headrest is kind of in the way. But yeah, maybe if I was an average, it would be a tight fit though. Let's get on the front where you're gonna spend most of your time checking that out. Looks interesting. So maybe the only con is the rear headspace, but everything else looks pretty solid. Again, front excellent opening and closing. The front doors will open way wider, so seals are the same. Now on the front you have this soft, and look at this detail, I love that. And then you have this same kind of dark gray aluminum finish imitation, but it's plastic, of course. This is a leather, and then this is same as on the back. It kind of has this rubberized feeling, but I love just it opens up the interior. The white color is definitely premium in cars now. This is hard plastic, this is hard plastic. This is better bottle area, unlike the rear. And then of course you can control the power mirrors, side mirrors. You can fold them, all power windows. You can lock the rear for the kids. And let's check the seats. So AGR, so these would control the knee area, which you can on the driver seat only extend. Then there's the lumbar and electronic, and then you have to use this one for up and down, and you have to use the wheel to tilt the seat. You push this one up, and then you can slide back and forward. You can see the Astra, I think this is the older version. Oh, it's not. So they kind of didn't clip those in, but they look small, so not sure if that's for this model. You can see aluminum footrest, but not the panels. That's kind of odd, but it is what it is. Just not to forget, so the seats, small bolsters. There's textile leather, and then textile again, same as on the rear, but you have some gray leather on the top. This is Alcantara, and of course you can adjust the headrests. Look at the top. You can adjust the steering column by unlocking here and then pressing to lock. So it's a manual adjustment. You can put your key fob here if the battery is low, and you can adjust the beam height. Not sure what this is for. Tell me in the comments if you know. And I'm gonna hop inside. Good closing sound. Let's switch to the wide lens. And voila, this is a point of view. Looks very nice. Now, immediately I gotta say that I love the new infotainment. It's fairly fast and responsive to the touch, unlike the previous generation. And I love the dash with this white and silver. It kind of opens up the interior just a little bit, unlike the sport model we saw in Belgrade. Zooming back in, and voila, look at this steering wheel. So on the top it's more on the smooth side, doesn't have too much texture, but it's perforated on the sides, and flat bottom. So this is standard. I'm just gonna mute this music not to get a copyright strike. And it looks elegant. Now, you know, designs are personal taste, but I think this is okay. I'm not a huge fan of the piano black, but I think it could pass in this one. And here we have the cruise control, limiter, and similar. Over here we have the sport paddles. They are piano black. For the rear, they are just plasticky, like plain plastic. And here we have for the radio stations, volume, voice command, and phone calls. We have here air direction below. You can close or open. And we have a gorgeous screen here. You can spec a head-up display, but on this one you can see a model without that. You can see air blow to the side and a speaker in the A-pillar. You can see one on the top. There's actually two of them, as we saw from the outside of the car. And then there's a little chrome here, and the dash is soft. This is all softly padded, even here. But then this area and lowest is hard plastics. Now we have another wider screen here. Excellent graphics. There is a screen protection there, and then we have the home and car settings, or climate control. I think we could use the climate control. Now I don't want a maximum blow, but we could definitely use some AC inside. You have a nice knob for the volume. So I can't play the speakers for too long. I have to get a copyright strike. Start stop is here. You have here for the AC, so you can control the temperature. You can turn it on or off the AC. You can have it on automatic. You can have AC max, fan speed, front defrost, rear defrost, closed or open air circulation. And then for the passenger, on the bottom you can lock or unlock the car and your hazards. You can actually see them in the mirrors from the driver's spot. Kind of odd sound. Sounds like a drum. There's a little flint inside. Here's a small space. You can put some personal stuff there. And then this is rubberized and some horrible piano black. You can open this up. There's a 12-volt outlet there and a 2 USBs. This was a C, so 2 USB-Cs. One is for media, it appears, and one is for fast charging. And then this is rubberized, and here you have 2 compartments. I think optionally you can get a wireless charger, but it's not spec'd in this one, I think. Moving down here, you can see already horrible scratches and fingerprints. There's surely going to be dust as well. So I don't know what the car industry thinking. And over here you can see park. You can have, I guess, manual if you want to use the sport pedals. And then this is for the reverse neutral drive. This is, I believe, 8-speed automatic. You can have driving modes here, and you can also rubberized shutter and adjustable cup holders with rubberized floor mat there. Electronic parking brake, but no auto hold for the automatic. I think that's very important. Otherwise, you're gonna keep your foot on the brake on the stoplight. And over here, rubberized little space there. This is nice and soft. You can press here, opens up, and then over here you have decent room. This is all bare plastic, but I think there might be a light. Can't see it now. Maybe when the car turns on. And they've added this not to squash your cables if you want to put a smart device inside. Now, the driver end doesn't have this adjustable, so it's only for the driver. This is slowly opening, kind of, but it has a nice flint and it's very spacious. There is white LED light inside, and you can adjust here the airbag on or off for the front. The seats, I just love this interior. Kind of makes it look a little bit more roomier than it actually is. Now over here you can see the overview in the rear is quite narrow. You can see far behind you. You have, of course, nice baseless mirror, looks premium, and it has auto dimming. On the top you can see passenger airbag information and seat belts. You can see LED lights here, nice physical buttons, emergency call and road assistance. This is plain, so you can of course spec a panel roof. And on the top, this is of course softly padded. You have a nice beauty mirror with cold lights, and then over here you have a documents holder. This does not extend, so look at this. I thought this would suggest it does, but it's just not. And this area is shining. So now you have an interesting overview. You can see that center line on the dash, on the hood. Okay, view through the mirrors. They're not adjusted for me, but I think it's okay. I've saw this mirrors in other brands that are shared for the group. And for the front, let me see here. I can go lower. So I don't think there would be enough feet room on the rear if I went this low, but plenty of headroom for the 2-meter tall person. And now, finally, just to show you a little bit of the infotainment. Now, if you use this button, you can swipe through these. So you can have the coolant, you can have the radio, and you can have the radar on the front. So let me just show you that from a closer. So radio, engine temperature, coolant, trip, and so on. Now if you press this one, then you get the trip meter and fuel consumption. This is really high because I think the car's repark has only 3 kilometers on the clock. Then let's go here. The AC is just not working. I'm sweating here, and I'm gonna open just a little bit the door so you can get some air inside. Now you can of course customize all the screens. You have the AC controls, you have the radio controls, you have the settings here. So there's plenty of options. You can control here. I think you even have the over-the-air updates. So if you have a Wi-Fi at home, I'm not gonna go through the details in here. You can have a Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you have a really sharp screen. This one's really good. I think this one's a bit sharper than the one in front of you, in front of the steering wheel, but of course this is customizable, and of course you can have driver profiles, so you can customize for every driver if you have this as a family car or a company car, or if it's a rent-a-car. So that's cool. If you press here on the car, has functionalities here. So let's see, you have lane keeping assist, start stop, obstacle detection, speed limit recognition, traffic sign recognition, driver attention alert, traction control, start stop, lane keeping, cross traffic alert. It seems fairly packed, and of course here you have like demo videos, like a little wizard to help you out. And you can see on the top there's a pull down menu here, so you can have the brightness, you can see Wi-Fi, my device's privacy, and you can see here system, so you can control all of that. Brightness, interior lights on, see brightness to the full. I don't think this, wait, I haven't noticed that. It's equipped with ambient lights. You can see it here, it's a purple line. Almost didn't notice that. Only on the front though. And let's see here. Cockpit, okay, you can control the brightness there. And audio, sound settings, of course. Neutral, dynamic, treble, middle, bass, you can balance that. Vehicle lights, home, leaving home, vehicle access, safety. I would just disable mirror folding, that's a cool option. Updates, connectivity and services, and let's see here, system, brightness, okay, audio, connectivity, display. So you can, as you can see here, customize this one and this one. This one, there's no heads-up display, but you can choose one of these if you want to add more widgets or delete them. I'm not going to go through those. Same for the main, and over here you have profiles. And let me check here. I know you can change the cockpit colors as well. So over here you can see colors, screen colors, and over here you can change colors. So that could be purple or red, orange, or blue. Let's see if these colors change. I don't think so. So I think there should be an option where you can change the screen colors. Excuse me. You can have this, of course, full screen. Interior color, there we go. And you have blue, you have this red. It's not changing immediately. And those are the colors, you can see that. So that's a nice detail. Welcome and bye-bye animation, and that's it. So I'm gonna wrap it here. It's fairly detailed. And of course you can press here. You can have a clock, digital or classical one. So let's show you the front, and we'll check the spec. Let's pop the bonnet. We want to make a detailed video, but not too long. There are no not too detailed videos because all the details matter when you're buying a car. And you can see here, I haven't read, but I think this might be a diesel. I might be wrong. Or it looks like a petrol 3-cylinder. Just judging by the strikes on the car. You can see the heat insulator. You push this one up. It's just a little bit left of the badge. And you can see the blue thing is your washer fluid. You have to use the little leg to keep it open. So just let it drop. Closes perfectly. Now, Love the car. Let's check the... So we're in Bulgaria and Sofia, so this is Cyrillic. So this is a 1.2, and can't say, so I know it's a 130 horsepower and 8-speed automatic, but I can't say if it's a petrol or a diesel. So 1.2, I would say this is probably a petrol engine. And so you can see here, I think the base price, and then I think there's a 1 or 2 options. Driver assist to 1.0, and maybe the color, I can't tell. And now I would like to show you the headlights. So these are the basic headlights. So we had them on daytime running lights. Now we're gonna turn them on, just for you to see how those look. And you can see the lights there. They come a little bit closer. Put them back on automatic and turn on the hazards for you. Of course, you can see that all in the B-roll. Separate video, you can see those. Turn signals and in the side mirrors. And then you can see that the daytime running lights turn into turn signals on the front. And like that, with the video magic, you can see the daytime running lights. Now, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button if you like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell to get notified when I upload new videos, but you have to click on all. Otherwise, you won't get the notifications. And if you want to see more from Bulgaria Auto Show, definitely subscribe. There's going to be more content. There's plenty of new cars, so gonna see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.